Hi, I'm Vicky Sylvester and I'm an Executive Director at MBH. And over the past few months, MBH have run a female leadership programme which was focused on how do we support and grow the women within the MBH group, and how do we attract more women to come and join us in the MBH group and have a team spirit and camaraderie and share things in common. So we put this programme on, we had 27 women, and it's absolutely wonderful to be joined by some of those women here tonight to tell us about their experience. So really, really great to see you all. Thank you for coming. So first of all, tell us a little bit about what the Female Leadership Programme was about and what kind of things you did. Maria, I'll go to you first.
So the programme was about sharing experiences, sharing practices, about starting, growing businesses. We had guest speakers every week. The guest speakers were absolutely amazing. They shared with us how they've set up, ran companies, and also shared how no challenge is too big to overcome.
Yeah, Sue, tell us about the guest speakers then. What did you take from those guest speakers?
I think it was more from what their initial idea of business was and how they were able to grow that over a period of time. I think some of the guest speakers that we had a small idea to start off with, and then over a period of time they were able to accumulate 15 years, for example, of a project, and then they were still only halfway where they wanted to be. I think was the most inspirational ones that we listened to.
Yeah, and Jo, did you have a favourite guest speaker that you...
No, I think they all were very different. They'd all had life experience of running businesses and starting businesses, and they'd all got their own insecurities and their own areas where they kind of were more confident than others, and I think everybody could relate to something from each guest speaker.
Yeah. So Sue, why did you join the programme? Why did you put your name down to be part of the Female Leadership Programme?
I think it was more to find out other journeys that women have been on for leadership and how they'd initially got into leadership and some of the struggles that they'd found, because a lot of us had the same issues and we were able to talk to each other, find out common grounds and how they'd overcome their issues, and we were all able to help each other come up with ideas to overcome our issues.
Yeah, and what about you, Maria? Why did you think this would be, when you saw it advertised, what made you think, yeah, I want to go on that and I want to learn more?
I think quite similar to Sue, really. I think being quite new in a leadership role, it's speaking to the other ladies in the group and just finding out that you can actually overcome challenges, which could maybe stop some people from moving forward. But listening to the other ladies in the group, it just felt like, you were all there as a team. You can overcome anything and grow at the same time.
Yeah, so a lot of shared experiences, a lot of things you could relate to, and so Jo, what have the benefits been for you from being part of the programme?
I've kind of been on some leadership training programs in the past that are textbook with exercises, and they're great, and there's nothing wrong at all with kind of off-the-shelf learning around leadership. But speaking to each other and realising there is some areas that you could be working differently or you could change your style for is a lot more effective and useful than actually going on a 6 or 8 hour course.
Yeah. And what about you, Maria? What have you benefited from?
I think talking to the ladies in the group, sharing what's happening in the companies and looking at things in different ways, how other people work. And I think the one key thing that I have taken from it is that you can achieve anything if you work at it, and when you've got a good team, and yes, anything's possible.
Yeah. So do you think, Sue, it'll help you now going forward? Do you think there's benefits from it you're going to take as you make your way through your leadership journey in MBH?
Yeah, definitely. I think not making sure that you just look at the here and now, looking at the further goal of what you want to achieve, and just making sure that if you've got an obstacle now that you feel like it's stopping you, it's not the only thing that will stop you. You can work around it and you can work towards what your goal is.
Yeah. So do you think you ladies will all keep in touch? Do you think the groups I mean, there's 27 of us.
Yeah.
We've got our WhatsApp group, but do you think that's kind of going to continue? And, you know, what are your hopes for it now as we move to the next phase?
Definitely sharing practices, sharing good practices, sharing any challenges we might have, asking people what they think of different, you know, options and growth options and so on. And I think speaking to other people and gaining their views is absolutely amazing.
We're a bit hard on ourselves, aren't we, as women?
Yeah, definitely.
You know, we're quite, we judge ourselves probably worse than anybody else would judge us. So what about you, Jo? What would you like to see?
I think for most women in any kind of business environment, there's more insecurities than there is for males, even if nobody ever wants to really say that is the case, because it's also about kind of really balancing life, which has been a big topic for the group, really, hasn't it? Kind of about striving for a successful business and a healthy home-life balance as well. So I think that's, you know, a good area where we'll continue to work together as a group, kind of talking through those priorities, whether it's business or home, really. That will always still be there.
Well, you're all amazing. You've done such a great job, and I thank you for your contribution to the group, because what makes the group is all the contributions that all of us have brought. So you've been absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And I wish you every success in your next phase of your leadership journey. So well done. Great to see you all. Thank you.
Thank you.